Today I have pleasure to introduce Rihab Jellouli from Morocco. She is an artist.
Hello, the pleasure is mine. Thank you.
So please share where the passion for painting and drawing coming from, and let us know a little bit more about your story and your background.
As you said, I'm from Morocco. My name is Rihab, and I came in France at the age of 13 years old. So as a teenager, I can literally say that I spent half of my life in Morocco and the other half of my life actually in France. But this age was very tough. I mean, when we are teenagers, even when we change the high school, it's not easy. And at this age, I changed everything: my culture. I left behind my family, my friends, and my drawings. So it was less easier to adapt with the new situation, but it helped me to realize how much the drawing was important in my life. It was like a daily companion, and once I was in France, I didn't realize, and after 2 or 3 years, I was looking for something that refreshed me and gives me more confidence and something strong, like that friend that I had in the past, which was drawing. This is how this step is important in the process, I would say, because I don't really see myself I don't define myself as an artist. I don't know. The definition could be very related to people, so it's only a passion. I love doing this, and a few years ago, I started to share it in Instagram. And last year, I started to do some exhibitions, and it's just progressing by itself. I don't push things and force things to happen, just happen.
What is inspiring you? You know, for the making art, as you said, you cannot push things. It's happen more naturally. And do you have any particular style, or you are like try to do the experiments with the different styles as well?
The inspiration sources are they could be people or like famous people, for famous artists, or people in my personal life, and also other things that can inspire me. I don't want to stick to some style or some idol. When I was a child, my uncle used to draw, to paint realistic paintings, and I loved this. It was like a photography, but with with colors, with pens, and I thought it was magical. We can create whatever we want. We have this power, like it was more like powerful. And then I had a very great teacher, art professor, and whose name is Salah TAIBI, and he was very inspiring. He loves what he does, and now he does some exhibitions in the museums in Morocco and in some galleries. So he's actually my idol in my personal life, but I will not get inspired from his style. He does more portrait and figurative things, which is not my style by default. I can do this to improve my skills in this area, but not more. I love abstract. I love fauvism, and I love everything. But what I love to paint is more abstract than figurative art. Well, that was for the inspiration people, but inspiration ideas are very different. It comes almost from feelings, emotion. It can be a person, it can be a situation, like also my experience of coming in France and having this gap in my life. Like I was in a small city with all my family and friends and my comfort zone, and I came here and there was a void. So how to fill this thing, how to help myself to adapt fluidly in this new situation. This was very inspiring, actually.
And what art you are creating means for you, and what kind of message you think you can share with people who are enjoying your art?
Um,
Mhm.
I have two paintings. The first one is named Solitude, and the second one is named New York City. They are both sold already, have been sold. And these two paintings are the real message I want to put in my Instagram gallery. They are very inspired of solitude, of loneliness, which is a very strong feeling that doesn't make me that upset. It's just strong, and it's like life. It's I know a Lebanese philosopher who says life is a tear and a smile. This is loneliness. So is it? It's a tear and a smile. It's something beautiful, something inspiring, something dark, something hard, something that allows me to evolve myself. And I express in these two paintings this feeling. And the other message is that you don't have to be afraid to express bad feelings. We all have bad feelings. Okay, it's
Mhm.
beautiful to paint colorful paintings, beautiful things, but the most inspiring or the most strong forms of art are coming from the worst scenarios in humanity. I'm sorry for that, but the I think suffer, how to say, la souffrance, like the pain is in humanity is I'm sorry, just the French word pops up.
Mhm.
The pain of humanity inspired a lot of artists uh, in dancing or in movies, in music. It's very such a strong thing. So I stick to the loneliness as my strong point, and I get my source from it.
How your daily life looks like right now?
It's actually very chill. I'm not living with my family. I'm living by my own.
Mhm.
And I'm actually working in a very different domain. It's electronics, actually in the microelectronics engineering. So it's so different, and that is very important to me. It allows me to keep art as a passion, not a profession or something that gives me stress.
Mhm.
The worst thing that can happen is someone to ask me to paint something for him, but something very special, which limitates my freedom in art.
Mhm. So where people can find your art? Do you have any exhibition recently, or do you have any plan to have exhibition in this year or in following years?
Well, I had my first two exhibitions last year. It was the
Mhm.
first experience. It was like one in my professional um, area, and the other one in a little village in here in France, not far from
Mhm.
Grenoble. And
Mhm.
now I'm willing to. It's not yet official, but I'm willing to make a exhibition in Grenoble, in the city where I live, actually.
Mhm.
And I would love to make more exhibitions. Like art is nothing without sharing. Everything, happiness is nothing without sharing. So I love share this, and I don't know how it's gonna be this year, but of course I'm willing to do some exhibitions in my city first, and then maybe more in France.
So, what about your message for other younger artists who maybe are scared? Can I continuously doing this, or how can I survive if I'm doing this?
It's with us in all of our lives. Just we the extra work we have to do is to find where we have skills, and also where we have the most pleasure. And
Mhm.
I don't like to. to say to make morals, or to say to people, okay, I'm doing art to give this or that message. But I know that life is so inspiring, and if one of my paintings one day could inspire someone, I would. That is satisfaction for me. We should make our own way. People will talk not because they are not good or they have bad intentions. No, we like to make good actions. We like to help our friends, but nobody will know you but yourself. So a lot of people advised me things before and now, and it's good to hear everything, and but the most important is to hear what do you want, your body, your brain, what do you really feel. It's so difficult nowadays because I see the new generations are far from creativity. In the social media, I see people just influencing and influenced, and just a copy paste profiles, and it's very barely where I can touch some creativity concept. So I hope people will just okay, take a look and take the informations, but not follow. Just find themselves and try to create something new.
How is, in your opinion, all this technology impact artists, and particularly people who are interested in art?
I think we should use technology in a smart way to to be to let it be efficient for us. There is everything in social media, and today we can have access to all the informations, but even the wrong information, and we can make life easier if we know how to use technology today. So, for example, I have an Instagram gallery, and I don't want to pay to get 10K followers. I don't have to. I don't want to go in a social media strategy. I know that I'm here to share something I love, and either if I have one follower or 10K followers, I'm not letting myself go into that move, and it's difficult because it's tempting. I mean, it's Instagram, and people are liking, commenting, and you got popularity and stuff. But there are some principles that we can keep. We can try to keep them, and it's like our interview. Like you just we got contact in via Instagram, and here we are, and I find this lovely. I mean, it's cool, and it creates opportunities. Of course, we should just pick the good ones for us. There are not good and bad, just the good ones for each one.
Yeah, you perfectly say about creating your own criteria and parameters and your own rule and stick to them. That's, I think, the best what we can do. And my last question is in terms of in the situation where the world is now in Europe, but everywhere, like here in Asia, and we also see the world is kind of changing quite a lot. Do you think that art can be some kind of medicine for all people who are suffering?
Actually, when there is a war or there is I don't know, a virus, something like this, things that fear us, we feel unsafe, and we want to look for somewhere to escape and to feel secure. And the most beautiful ways to feel that secure are is art forms. Like when I can't give examples from my life. I'm only 25, and I don't think that I experienced that much things. But when we just see movies like The Pianist, music was that thing that put him away from the horrible situation he was in this world war. And so during the pandemic of the COVID, I think that people had more time to for themselves. We are so taken by time, by the express life. I named this, and then everyone took a step behind and just took a while to realize how time is precious. I think it's all the time linked to art. We just don't name it this way, and everyone has something linked to art in his life. You're not. We are not. We don't have to make paintings or compositions or movies to prove that we are artists.
Rahab, thank you so much for sharing a part of your experience, and I will enjoy to listen your perspective of how do you live art, and for all people who enjoyed and who are inspired with Rahab, please be free to follow her and share her Instagram account so you can see what she's doing, and if you're inspired, that is exactly what is the purpose of this interview and what is the purpose of her effort to share the emotion with all people. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. The pleasure was mine. Thank you.